is not a sleeping giant. Iran is a giant which very much alive and kicking and awake, offers huge amount of opportunity to many people and many businesses.
People who want to do business with Iran, what they should consider is that the taxes are lower in Iran, dividends are tax-free in Iran, bank interests are tax-free in Iran. So there are a lot of incentives to actually invest or do business in Iran. And I think the biggest plus point is that it's a huge market. It's 81 million population.
I think one of the key things is understanding exactly what it is they're going to do. They need to have a very clear picture of who they're dealing with, what the products they're dealing with, so they can really review those and understand whether there are any particular issues associated with what they intend to do. So that's really the first thing. I think unfortunately the main issue I sometimes see is people who have perhaps jumped in a little bit too quickly. So they might have thought, for example, back in when the JCPOA was signed, that the sanctions were all being lifted at that point. Or they might not have understood that they've got US individuals involved in the company. Or they might not appreciate, for example, that their insurers rely on US-based reinsurance, and therefore the extent of the cover they've got isn't quite there. So I think really that's my kind of key message, is to take a step back, recognise the opportunities, but really understand exactly what it is they want to do and what issues arise. I think the second thing is it's important that they've had conversations with the people who they rely upon to support them. So it might be their bank, it might be their insurers, it might be their shareholders. But I think it's really important that they are comfortable, that all the stakeholders involved know what they're doing, and therefore they can all move along together at the same time.
The advice I can give to anyone who wants to do business with Iran or trade with Iran is that depending on the nature of their business, nature of the activity, they should really consider where is the right place logistically to set up a company. So, for example, if they want to set up a branch in Iran, depending on the nature of the business, they may be better setting up a branch in a free zone or a special economic zone. So these are all factors to be considered, elements to be considered. So just registering a company in Iran or in Tehran, in the capital, is not going to do them the best, to their best interest or do them benefit.
I know of companies who are operating in Iran in the last 65 years. Why they are successful? Because they are patient and they do their homework before they enter the market, and long-term planning is the key to success in doing business in Iran. Iran is not a small country which you can go in and sell a few containers of commodity, make a bit of money and leave. Those days are gone, long gone. Try to work with Iran rather than try to go to Iran and sell them something. Iran is a country which relishes and enjoys long-term partnerships, and those partnerships are key to success.
The most common mistake when people want to do business in Iran is that they just go and register a company and then they take their money and then they're stuck when they want to get it out. Bank transfers, banking transactions are still a big challenge. They're a big hurdle. So sending money to Iran or receiving money from Iran is a big issue, and they need a good legal financial structure, which is usually set up by using a third or fourth country legally. But it's not possible with UK directly for the moment. There are things happening, there are deals happening, and it's not impossible. It's just to find the right route, right solution, and the right legal structure.
I think people have to be a bit flexible. They have to look to their existing sources of finance and have those conversations with their existing financiers and see what's available. But I think also looking at alternative sources of finance, so talking to other banks, thinking about other avenues that are open to them, and really just trying to explore all the different options.